Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Tembi and I am a travel enthusiast. In today's video, I am putting together a little hiking guide for hiking trails in Port Elizabeth. This is because when I wanted to do these hikes and I looked up for information on the internet, I really couldn't find any. So I've decided to make a full-on guide in this video. So this is going to include video footage of the hike. It's going to include things that you should really know before doing the hike, things you shouldn't do, as well as some links in the description box down below with maps, descriptions, and a little bit of a history regarding these hikes. So without any further ado, before we go, actually, I just want to mention these hikes are not necessarily for serious professional hikers. They are perfect for beginners, perfect for people who want to get out of the house or just want to explore Port Elizabeth. So if you are one of those people, then this is definitely the video for you. So let's go. Alright, so the first trail that we're going to be speaking about is the Sacrameto Trail. This is a pretty popular trail and I can totally understand why. I would definitely recommend that you start with this trail if you are a beginner. Okay guys, so to enjoy this hike, I think things that you need to bring with: a taser for protection, pepper spray as well, especially if you're girls, obviously some water, some chips and snacks, and some health bars, and definitely some sunscreen. I've also brought with some fruit and a towel because we will be chilling later on. So yeah, it's time to go. Thank you. Hello. Hi. Okay, so we've made it to Sardinia Bay. Oh yeah, these are the dunes, and we've decided to go further. There are two routes. So there's one down by the beach, which is what we did on our way here. So we're gonna go back on the hill. Okay, so like I said, we're doing the hill on the way back. So we're walking on top of everything, and you guys, the view is insane. Like, look at this. This trail is 8 kilometers all round. I do want to mention that a lot of people don't seem to know that you can actually do it all round. You don't have to go the same way that you have come back. You can go down on the beach and then back up on the hill, and that will be your full 8 kilometers. It is very easy. The trail itself is very straightforward. You do end up on the sand dunes, so that is something that you should note. This trail is also completely free, and there is parking on both ends of the trail. I would definitely say don't go when it's windy because there is so much sand, so the wind will just blow all the sand everywhere. And I would definitely recommend that you incorporate a beach day with this hike. It's just really nice to hike, have a beach day, and then even catch the sunset in Sardinia Bay. That basically, it makes it an all-rounder of a trail, which I think is really, really cool. Another side note to know is that there's no time limit when it comes to this trail, so you can go at any time, but obviously don't go when the sun has set because we're just trying to stay safe. And also you can go with children and with your dogs on a leash. Make sure your dogs stay on the leash, make sure they behave, and most importantly, please clean up after your dogs. But yeah, that is the Sacramento Trail. I would definitely recommend this one. The next trail that we will be speaking about is the Cape Recife Nature Reserve Trail. This trail is 9 kilometers all round. It is pretty easy. The trail itself is not so straightforward, so when you get there, make sure to ask the security to show you where to start. Also, please don't drive all the way in. You need to park right outside of Pine Lodge. So don't drive all the way to the lighthouse because you can do that, and some people do that and then they're like, oh, what do we do now? So drive to Pine Lodge and then park right outside there. You will see the sign, and then ask the security to show you. are right in the ocean. Look at this. And so the tide is moving up. So we need to reach our destination to be able to walk back. So don't come here later on in the day. Not a good idea. Is the lighthouse. The trail itself is pretty clear, pretty straightforward. There are some bushy spots. I wouldn't really suggest that you have your arms out. You might get scratched, so maybe put a jacket on. Also, you will end up right on the beach, so please don't go when it is late, because then the tide will be high and the waves will be right up on your shoes, and we're not trying to have that. You also will be walking on rocks at the end, so that is also something to note. This trail is free. For some reason on a website it says that you need to pay, but you don't have to pay anything. It is completely free. I also did ask. So this trail is free. You don't have to pay for anything. And also there were some picnic spots over there, so you can choose to do that. And we also saw some braai areas, so you can do that on another day. One last thing to note is that there are monkeys, so please don't be walking around with your food. Just put your food in your bag, and also don't be trying to feed the monkeys, or just keep it moving, you know, just say hi and just keep it moving. Like, don't be trying to play with them. There's just no reason to be doing that, so just avoid any drama. Just like say hi to the monkeys and keep it moving if you do see them. We didn't see them on that day, but apparently they are there. But yeah, that is the Cape Recife Nature Reserve. It is a really good hike, and I would definitely recommend it as well. The next trail we are going to be speaking about is the Stadens Wildflower Reserve Trail. This trail is 11 kilometers all round, but it is divided into different walks, so you can get there and choose which one you want. I will mention that honestly this was the most difficult one to navigate in terms of where to go and things like that. Even though there is a map, it is quite complicated, and when you're on the trail the markers aren't so great, but they are there, so that's just something to note. So it's 11 kilometers for all the combined trails. We did the river walk, which was 4 kilometers. Now we're gonna go on the river walk first and then do the park. This one was really nice to do. The river is no longer there because of drought, I guess. Well, I mean, it's there, but it's just not full. Like, you can't really see it until towards the end. But it is a really beautiful trail to do. It's also quite easy in terms of the trail itself until you get to the end. Nowhere does it mention that you need to climb like that. So that was a real shocker for us. We were like, what? I did not expect this.
Take of where we're still going.
Oh yeah, we're still going up there. But we had to do it. We had no choice, and it wasn't so bad. Honestly, we needed just one little breather, and then we kept it moving, and it was perfectly fine. Also, there is a entire picnic area that faces the bridge, which is really beautiful, so you can have a picnic over there. Okay, there's also a picnic area, and you can't see, but the bridge is there, so you can walk up and have a picnic over there. I think that you should definitely do that as a breather if you're going to do the entire trail and just enjoy the views as well. So yes, that is the Stadens Trail. I definitely enjoyed this one. It is quite a drive outside of PE, but it is definitely worth it. Alright, another hike that made it on this list but did not make it on this list is the Barkins Valley Trail. I really wanted to do this hike because apparently it's an old and a classic one. It runs right through the the city, so right in the middle of the city. I wanted to do that, but because of safety concerns, we did not end up doing this. And I did want to mention it because I had done my research and also called around, and apparently it has not been safe for a while now. The section that starts from Newton Park to Settlers is no longer safe. I know that the Baakens Valley runs through pretty much the whole of PE, so there are different sections, but that section I can tell you is not safe at the moment, so I definitely would not recommend that. And also, if you are going to do this trail, maybe go in a group. I wouldn't suggest that women just do this by themselves, or younger girls or anything like that, because we definitely want to stay safe. I also want to say that I have seen people who do this and who have had no problems, but like I always say, you want to decrease the probability of anything happening to you. And you know, in these days, things are just not that safe, and if you have a hunch that you shouldn't do it, then you really shouldn't do it. I just wanted to mention this so that people know as well.
So we have decided to do the Lady Slipper Trail just after the Stadens Trail. Don't know why we did that. Now the weather is good. We don't have sun, which is great. So yeah, this is the hike.
The last trail that I'm going to be speaking about is the Lady Slipper Trail. This one is 3 kilometers round trip. It does not feel like 3 kilometers. This one is quite difficult. It's all the way uphill constantly, and it feels like 20 kilometers. It does not feel like 3, to be honest, but this one is a really good one. It offers really beautiful views. Once you're on the top, you get to see some really beautiful views. Something very, very important that you should note, people, is when you're trying to go here, do not put Lady Slipper in your GPS, because then you're just going to drive up the trail, which is something that we did. So you need to put Falcon Rock into your GPS, and it's going to take you to a restaurant, and when you get there you pay 30 Rand and you are allowed to go up the trail. So that is how you actually get there. Another thing to note is that the gates are open from 8 till 4, so they close at 4, but the last person or people are allowed to go up at 1:30. So that is also very important. After 1:30 you are not allowed to go up. That is something that a lot of people don't actually know. The trail itself is, honestly, it is difficult, I won't even lie. It is best to go when it is cloudy. You don't want to go when it's too hot, and it would just honestly be too much. Navigation on the trail is not that great, to be honest. There are some ribbons, but because there are different routes, you do kind of end up getting confused. But I guess if you pay more attention, then you should be okay. But overall, it was really good. It was worth it, and I definitely enjoyed the Lady Slipper Trail. Alright, and that was the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you found the information useful, then please leave a thumbs up. If I missed anything, or if you want to mention anything, please leave a comment down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe and stay tuned to this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.